Hello, this is a cutout segment from the Easy Allies podcast, which you can catch every Sunday morning here on this channel. Or if you become a patron for $5 a month, you can get early access and get that 2 days early, as well as an extended edition. Thank you and enjoy. I have been playing a game called Creatures of Ava.
Why does this sound familiar?
So, this is actually being published by 11-bit. They're publishing it. There's a smaller team making it. So that's kind of the funny thing is that 11-bit is known for these brutally difficult games.
Yeah.
And kind of like mentally exhausting games like Frostpunk and This War Is Mine and all that.
Yeah.
And this is just a much brighter, jollier, cuter kind of game. It's 3D, third person, kind of big, expansive, colorful world where you're going around interacting with these animals and stuff. And so I'd say it's kind of Zelda-esque for sure, and with definitely some Pokemon-esque elements as well, but not in the way of like you're collecting and battling creatures. In fact, what you are is like you're a human who's on this planet Ava.
A winged humanoid.
She's not winged. She is not winged. For the listeners, she is not winged.
I know.
Okay. So you're on this planet, and I guess that from your previous research, teams that were there and things that you know about it, has this infection that they call the withering.
The withering. And
so you and your partner are there to collect species and zoom them up to this space arc and try to preserve the planet's fauna as best that you can.
Great mission.
So
great objective.
And you end up crash landing there and meeting this native guy there, and he.
Is 2024 the year of studying animals?
Right. And he's kind of a humorous guy. He's like, hey, you humans, you usually break your legs. She's like, no, my legs are fine. And then you get this staff that like helps you purify the withering. And so it kind of takes this form of these vines. And so like you get through dungeons by like zapping the flowers.
Zap them.
Sorry. Gotta take a bit of water.
Zap those flowers.
And clearing out areas. And then when you so then there's these pillars where you basically like add new powers to your staff. So you'll put the staff in the pillar, you'll solve this little mosaic puzzle thing.
I love these kind of puzzles.
And then you get a new ability. And so the first ability you get off of this is ability to levitate. So you put your staff on something and then you push the levitate button, and so like there'll be like a thing covering a hole or whatever. You push that up for a second, and it only lasts for a little bit. But then with the creatures that you come across, they will sometimes also be infected, and so then it kind of works like. So you're not actually like in combat, like it's kind of like a non-violent combat system in which you're trying to purify the creatures, not kill them, right? So you want to get photographs of every creature. You want the clean version and the infected version. And then you use your staff and it's like sucking the infection out of them. Kind of like a Ghostbusters kind of thing. And what's interesting, too, is that you can actually get, like, multiple creatures in the beam simultaneously, and it'll kind of connect them. Oh, yeah, it's there on the beam chain right there. And so you purify them, and then after you purify them, then they become tame, and you can go up and you can pet them.
Nice gotta pet animals.
Cute little animations and stuff. And eventually, we'll probably get there in the B-roll, but eventually you also get this flute. And different... Oh, yeah. Don's finding it. So different regions, there's different songs that resonate with the creatures and things there more. And so when you have the flute, the animals will follow you, but you can also zoom in on an animal and then take direct control and play as the animal. And so there's like these horse things that can
Cappy.
like ram into barricades and open up pathways. There are the little green guys that we saw. They can like bite little vines that are holding up bridges, so you can like create bridges to cross. There are guys that they're like little diggers, and they'll there's like little spots, little mounds that when you do the earthquake thing around them, they will uncover items that are hidden. But some of them can also go, like if they're the right size, they can go through tunnels to other parts of the map that you can't reach and then open up from the other side, or they can climb across vines and stuff like that. And what's neat is that while an animal is wild, so not infected, but wild, you need to actually like do a Simon Says kind of thing. You see the notes that it plays, and then you play the same notes back at it.
Simon Gruber.
Yeah, and so like here with this bird, like I'm flying this bird around, and then I can eventually get to a spot where I can chop down a thing holding up a bridge. And then there are also these like teleport bots to zap
Zap them.
the animals back up to the ark, right? And so you have like a certain number of animals to collect in each place. And there's a combination of the fact that you're kind of depopulating the area and some of the stuff that the villagers tell you that like it makes me wonder if there's something deeper going to happen here.
Every game has some weird twist.
because when you talk to with the first guy that you talk to, he's totally cool with humans, and he just finds you kind of amusing and kind of like you're in a rush, you're too worried about things, all of this. You meet the elder, and the elder is like, "You're ignorant. We don't want your help. When are you leaving?" And it's like, Ava doesn't need your help. The planet doesn't need your help. And then and that's the kind of thing that's interesting is like each of the different people that you kind of have conversations with have different takes and reactions to you. So there's one guy who's just obsessed with human technology, and he's got a shop full of junk, and you kind of come.
I thought you were going to say he has a shotgun.
No, non-violent here, non-violent. So he's collecting things, and sometimes you'll either go out for a little side quest to find something for him, or there's another guy that like wants a helmet that's in his shop, so you kind of go and borrow it for him. And yeah, so lots of different character interactions, but basically, like I get the sense that they're trying to get these animals into the ark and then also convince the people that like they need to go too, because this planet is gonna get infected and die. But it does not seem like the people want to go. And so
the plot thickens.
I think it's again, it's like, who asked for your help is kind of the theme.
Never asked for this.
And so I'm very curious, like how these kind of differences are gonna end up resolving themselves. But it's a neat game. I will say, like the nonviolent combat and kind of like dodging around guys is it feels a little bit cumbersome sometimes. You do get some upgrades fairly quickly though to speed that up.
Sure.
There's some rough edges in terms of bugs and stuff. I had one bug that may have been patched by now, but before launch, where like a progression thing just didn't happen, and so I had to go back to before because basically like I triggered a cutscene and then my character was just stuck there, and then when I reloaded, I had basically skipped another cutscene that was like requirement for the next quest to appear. And so I ended up wandering around for far too long before I realized like, okay, I'm just never going to trigger the quest. I have to like restart the game because I had gone too far past the autosaves.
Yeah.
And then there's another little weird bug where the digger guys, you know how it's saying you can like inhabit all the different creatures? No matter what I did, I just couldn't target them. I had to like quit the game, go back into the game, and then it worked. So just little funny little bits like that. But it is a very nice game, and yeah, now we're looking at the second area, the jungle area that I just got into, and there's a fair amount to explore in each zone, but it's also not like gigantic open world. Like you've got to again, like almost like a Zelda, where it's like you've got a pretty good sizable space to explore, but not everywhere at once. Yeah. And I think
cozy, man.
Yeah, saying earlier Zelda, not like not Breath of the Wild. Now I got to think about like what's in their head for Zelda. And yeah, you do get other powers for your staff. Seems like probably a new one of those in each spot.
Yeah.
There is a little crafting system for potions and stuff, but I haven't found that too useful other than healing, which you do need to heal quite a bit if you're a bit clumsy, because you can get a lot of health taken out pretty quickly. But yeah, I'm liking it.
Cool game, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The year of recruiting weird creatures. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. It seems like it scratches that itch too of like a survival game without too much survival stuff. Feels like it has shades of that.
Yeah, I don't think it does so much because
like you're picking up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm picking up a lot. Yeah, I'm picking up a lot of stuff partly because I'm in a new area and like it's more of that that Pokemon encyclopedia completion bit. It's like, okay, I want to take the photo of every animal. I want to pet every animal. I'm not so much sure about teleporting them because I don't know if I want if I should be teleporting them.
Something so satisfying about filling up a codex. God.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII, dude, just like getting all those scans on the enemies when they have question marks, just all question marks, and you scan them, you're just like, gotcha, gotcha. I know all your weaknesses.
Yeah, and I think that might be on Game Pass too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's on Game Pass. So
sick.
Give it a look. Cool stuff.
Check a look.
Jolly cozy adventure.